Hello to you, my name is Simon Goulding and I am doing a recommendation video for Daniel's hypnotherapy. It's completely changed my life and I'm now back in the driving seat of my life, whereas before I was just a passenger. I have unashamedly had a sex addiction for many, many years. Whilst it's been great fun and I've really enjoyed many bits of it, it had a trail of destruction along with a lot of serious hardcore drugs. And I can't see how many men I slept with because there weren't any keeping count, but we're more nearer 1,000 than 500, I would guess. So I did, before that, a course called Pivotal, which is a 60-day therapy course, which is specialist designed by Dr. Paula Hall for it's 60 days of really deep, high-end therapy, and it goes through trauma, transactional analysis, attachment style. It goes into understanding shame, understanding all of the human emotions, and really building your character and getting you ready for stopping one addiction and then starting another. Like maybe playing the piano instead or something. Whilst the course was outstanding and it really did change my life, and that was the nuts and bolts of it. Whilst I was doing the course during the 60-day course, well, it's 60 podcasts, so I did it over about 4 months. Both of my parents died. So I had a lot of trauma going on. And if you're making any big life changes, having big bits of trauma whilst you're trying to do something like that is easy going to make you fall off the wagon. So I was on and off the wagon, but I was doing better. But it still wasn't quite right. And then I was off the wagon completely. Everything was back to how it was. I was like, this course hasn't worked, although I could see it working if my parents hadn't died, because I was going through severe grief. They died 4 or 5 weeks apart. And I'd long considered hypnotherapy for cocaine addiction anyway. But that weren't even a problem because I was doing crystal meth and I was doing smack and I was doing crack, not smack. Fortunately, never tried smack, thankfully. And you know, but the point is, I was trying to do some real good for the world and change who I am. Because I'm starting up a charity. I have ADHD. I'm starting up a really wonderful charity to help people who've got ADHD and autism and other neurodiversities create and release music on my record label. I wanted to spend the majority of my week building that up, getting that right, putting it out. You can't do that if you're spending a third of your week chasing dragons. So I went to Daniel and explained all of this to him, and I re-listened to the 60 days of those podcasts, so it was fresh in my prefrontal cortex. And Daniel tied it all together for me. And since that day, I've had a couple of wobbles. There's no point lying about things, but it doesn't run my life anymore. I run my life now. You know, I'm gonna go back to see Daniel again because I've still got some other addictions which weren't really even problems. I think as well, like my main addiction was eating McDonald's. I don't eat McDonald's now. But do you know, I had one the other day and I realised how rubbish it is. It's a really wonderful thing to get out of a stuck neurological clutch, and that's exactly what Daniel's helped me do. Yes, I've used other therapies as well, and it wouldn't feel right for me just to create a video that says, oh, well, I just went to Daniel and it was fixed, because then that would lead anyone else watching this video down the wrong path. So I would highly recommend Pivotal, as that's a groundbreaking thing by Dr. Paula Hall, the leading sex therapist in the world. I would highly recommend Daniel as well for hypnotherapy. Very good, comfortable surroundings, really made me feel at ease, and it's just very professional and it made me look at life through a completely different lens and with a different light. So thank you, Daniel. And if you are watching this with whatever you're up to, trying to sort your shit out, go for it. Don't have any shame, because I really believe that shame is the thing. If you've fucked something up and done and really fallen off the wagon, as soon as you start with shame about having done it, that then starts the whole roller coaster of you going back around again to acting out and doing whatever it might be. So, you know, if you have been gambling and you've fallen off the wagon, or if you have been drinking and fallen off the wagon, you know, don't feel ashamed about it. Tell everyone about it. Get it out in the open. Forgive yourself and move on. I think that is my part in words and what I've learned as well. So yeah, I'd highly recommend Daniel for helping you do so many things and getting stuff right. I am actually back off him today. I still take a bit of ketamine. I still take a bit of cocaine, and I'm putting that to bed today. So what a wonderful thing. Because they're my last real vices that I've got that are issues that I deal with. So yeah, my point is I'm doing harm reduction. I couldn't stop all in one magical go. I couldn't stop doing sex addiction, taking crystal meth, and I couldn't stop taking crack. I couldn't stop taking ket, and I couldn't stop taking coke, and all of these things at once, but gradually doing them one by one. So I'd say I'm probably 80% of the way through my harm reduction journey now, and I reckon in a year's time, maybe 6 months' time, or maybe even after today, I think stuff does take time. But I think with it being from a year of me first going to Daniel, I think the whole job would be done and finished and sorted. And yeah, just thank you. I think that's everything I feel like I need to say. And just genuinely, whoever watches this, wishing you the best of luck, because it is always completely possible. And I think if you think you can do it, you can do it. If you think you can't do it, you probably can't. So think that you can.